Hey, hello, how do you do? Shady Doorags here, and welcome to another episode of Episode Rundown, where I, Shady Doorags, run down the episodes of Miraculous, Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. And today we're looking at Season 2, Episode 21, Anansi. And, I had a lot of fun with this episode, yeah. Some very interesting things happen in this episode. So, the episode starts with Marinette, Alia, Nino and Adrian over the phone hanging out. Alia and Nino are dancing and they're really in sync. And there's actually a genuinely cute moment with Adrian and Marinette. They're talking to each other like friends, which I've said before. I enjoy when they talk to each other like people. And Marinette's not just stuttering all the time. And Adrian, they're watching Alia and Nino dance. They're really in sync. And Adrian says, I would like to have somebody like that one day. And Marinette blushes. And I'm like, oh, that was a genuinely cute moment with those two. So they're hanging out and they're planning on watching these fireworks. And then Alia's sister comes in. And I have this thing where I have a hard time remembering characters' names, but I can remember their villain names. And it's actually okay this time because she tells them to call her Anansi, which is going to be her villain name. Obviously, when a new character walks in, that character is going to be the Akuma of the episode. But this character, what were they thinking with that design? Oh my goodness. She has just the hugest shoulder torso part, but then her stomach collapses in on herself and then her thighs come back out. I get what they were going for because she's gonna be like a spider type supervillain. So, they had to do the spider shape, but she just completely took me out of it with every scene she was in. Because the design is just so ridiculous that, it feels like she wore a super tight corset for 10 years only around her midriff. But it's a shame, too, because I do like her personality. I don't want to see this character again because the design is just too off-putting. But I do like her personality. Let that be a lesson. Just ignore personality. If you like someone's personality, don't worry about that. It's all about their looks. But anyway, Alia's sister comes in. And Alia tells her, hey, we're going to see fireworks later. And Anansi is like, no, Akumas are running all across the city like crazy, and you need to be protected. This is a little bit ridiculous. Actually, it's a lot of bit ridiculous. And Alia even points this out, saying that you can be akumatized anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're out on a Ferris wheel or inside a house. Literally, their sisters were akumatized. Their younger twin sisters. Speaking of their younger twin sisters, I recall when Anansi said her name, I was like, that name sounds familiar. Didn't somebody request me to react to this episode? They said it was a very plot important episode. And I looked at the episode, I was like, oh, it's about Alia's sister. This must be a different episode they were talking about. There's no way an episode about Alia's sister advances the plot. Completely forgetting that the last episode with Alia's sisters is where Alia got her Miraculous. So I felt really not there, not smart in that moment. To the person who requested this be a reaction video, I thought about it, but I was like, no, I must be mistaken. It must have been a different episode that they were talking about. But Alia's sister, basically, she's being overprotective. And I got actually really ticked at her because Alia said her parents were fine with it. I'm an older sibling and a younger sibling. I know what it's like for that authority to be there for the older sibling to have to put their foot down, even when the younger sibling really wants to do something. But when the parents come in and say it's completely fine and you still throwing a fit, no, that's when... It's not like the show was saying this was right of her, but that's when I was starting to get angry at Anansi. Nino steps up, and Nino says, if anything happens to Alia, I'll protect her. And I was like, oh, whoa, character development out of nowhere from Nino. That happened throughout this episode, where they seem to be focusing on the relationship of Nina and Alia, and I was just like, this seems to come out of nowhere. Where are they going with this? I should have seen where they were going with it, but I did not. It was so obvious. But Nino steps up and says he'll protect Alia. And the girl, Alia's sister laughs at her because, she's built. So she's like, super strong, and Nino's just this little shrimpy kid. So they make a deal that Alia, for some reason, Alia gives in. I don't know why. Like, I feel like Alia is stronger willed than that, but she gives in to her sister not letting her go. And Marinette issues a challenge. Marinette says for Nino to arm wrestle Anansi, and if Nino wins, then Alia can go, because that means Nino's capable of protecting Alia. And Marinette says she has a plan, because nobody thinks that this is going to work. And I was itching. I was like, oh, what's Marinette going to do? Is she going to be really clever about this? And she just straight up cheats. She straight up cheats. She tells Anansi to look away and then pulls the arm down and helps Nino win. And I was like, oh, come on, Marinette. I like that they give this girl flaws. But she goes on these constant crusades about not lying and not being deceptive and being a good person. And then she does something like that. It's like, it feels in the moment very out of character. Now, there's an argument to be made because she wants Nino and Alia to be together, and she's a complete romantic, so you're getting in the way of what she views as true love. She's going to intervene. But I was just really upset to see it. I don't know. It wasn't that upsetting, but it annoyed me very much so. So because of, Anansi immediately says, no, somebody cheated, I looked away. Interesting that Anansi couldn't feel Marinette's hands pull her down, but whatever. She does legitimately think Nino won, but she's still calling out some kind of cheat because she looked away and it suddenly happened. Alia finally puts her foot down for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, I do know why. Because Nino won the competition. She finally puts her foot down and says, no, we're going, you made a deal, blah, blah, blah. Anansi gets really upset because she just wants to protect her sister. And of course, Hakma feels the emotions, and irony, he turns Anansi into an Akuma named Anansi, which I'm guessing means like spider or something. So Anansi's whole shtick is she's a giant spider and she wants to protect Alia. That's her thing. So the four go to the Ferris wheel, which, by the way, like I think I mentioned this, Adrian is over the phone. He's not actually there. And I had a discussion with somebody in the comments section about this because in my season 1 review, I said Adrian he finds a lot of time to do stuff, even though he's supposed to be this super busy kid. We see him a lot going to stuff and going to events. What stops him from going to a lot of events is not his busy schedule. It's actually his dad, and this episode continues going down that line. He had plans to go out with his friends, but his dad said no. So he's just stuck in the house over the phone chatting with them. But yeah, anyway, the four go to the Ferris wheel because they're going to watch the fireworks, and Anansi attacks. And the only one who's free is Adrian because he's over the phone. So Adrian disconnects and he becomes Cat Noir and he goes to save them. Anansi does this smart thing, gets Adrian away because she's trying to get Alia. She gets Adrian away from Alia by the Ferris wheel. I love whenever a villain does that. They say, hey, look, those innocent people are going to be in trouble. Like, it's classic supervillain, but at the same time, in season 1, a lot of supervillains didn't do that. They specifically went after Ladybug and Cat Noir. They've been doing it more and more since season 2, but I just appreciate that. That they threaten the superheroes, try to distract them with innocent lives being put in danger. So Cat Noir rescues the Ferris wheel, and eventually Ladybug shows up because they get out of the Ferris wheel, and I forget how Marinette gets away from them, but she does eventually. And Ladybug shows up, and Anansi captures Alia. Nino wants to protect her. Oh, that's what happens. Nino wants to protect Alia, and so he runs after Anansi. Marinette doesn't want him to because Anansi is dangerous, and he says, I'll protect Alia without your help. Indicating that he's salty about Marinette helping him cheat at the contest. And I actually like that. I actually think that's decent character development. I mean, it still feels a little bit rushed because we don't get a lot of Nino time, so this really feels like it's coming out of nowhere. But I did like that. Like, that's something that I, as a testosterone-filled manly man, can relate to. When you trying to prove your quote unquote manliness, and somebody comes and helps you cheat, it gives you it takes away your innocence of pride, because you wanted to do it, you wanted to prove yourself. So I like that what Marinette did had consequences as well. She cheated, and that made Nino feel some kind of way about it. So that's how Marinette gets separated from everybody. Marinette turns into Ladybug. Nino goes to help Anansi, but he has no superpowers. So Cat Noir and Ladybug go and they fight Anansi. Ladybug's distracting while Cat Noir goes to rescue Alia. Freaking Cat Noir gets stuck in the web. Okay, so they had to do this because of what they wanted to do, but it seems so forced. Cat Noir gets stuck in the web, and he won't do his cataclysm for some reason. Like he has a free hand, and I think his other hand was pointed at the web. He could have just done his cataclysm and gotten them out of the web, but for some reason he doesn't do it. I have no idea why. But he gets stuck in the web because they're trying to take Cat Noir out of the picture. And I'm giving them credit for the whole Ladybug and Cat Noir need each other thing. They are making Ladybug a bit more needy, but it still feels kind of forced. For example, Ladybug does the Lucky Charm, and it once again tells her to go see Master Fu. That's not what the Lucky Charm is supposed to do. The Lucky Charm is supposed to give her an item that she can use in this situation. Like, I'm really getting tired of the Master Fu Lucky Charms. I already don't like the Lucky Charms. I think they do, I think they kill the mood, because it's pretty much saying, oh, Marinette's gonna win, or Ladybug's gonna win. But this makes it even worse, because now they're not even doing what they're supposed to do. They're telling her to go somewhere else. She's supposed to use that item. But Ladybug gets a candle. It reminds her of Master Fu. She says, I don't have time to make a round trip, because Cat Noir is stuck in the web, and Anansi's going to get his Miraculous. So Nino shows up, and he wants to help, but then he gets sad because he says, I don't have the strength to do it. And Ladybug says, you don't need strength. She says something like this, I'm misquoting her. You don't need strength to protect those that you love. You just need the will to do it. That's a nice sentiment, Ladybug. But, A, you're saying this while you're giving him Cat Noir's pole. So you're giving him strength. B, you kind of do need some kind of strength, or you're just going to get you and the person you're trying to protect in trouble. And C, that's not what you told the owl. That's not what you told the owl when he was going out being a superhero. You told him that you and Cat Noir told him, hey, we have superpowers. We have armor that protects us. We can go out and do this stuff. You can't. So, yeah. I get what they're trying to say, but they didn't do it very well. So, Nino comes to fight Anansi with Cat Noir's pole, and he does an okay job. I'm kind of shocked that he does an okay job, but that's kind of the point they were making, that Nino, when he's trying to protect somebody, he actually gets really good at his job. Ladybug, or Marinette, goes to Master Fu, and she's like, holy crap, I'm sucking again. I need help. And he says, okay, choose a Miraculous carefully. And Ladybug says, Marinette says, I need protection. We need somebody who can protect. And I was like, I was hoping for the B, but when she said protection, I immediately knew. I was like, wait, the turtle is protection, isn't it? And then she points to Master Fu's bracelet and says, I need that one. And I was like, oh, is Master Fu going to join? Master Fu's like, no, I'm old, take it off. Here, do you have somebody in mind? I was hoping Master Fu would join, but I guess, that whole first episode where he tried to do something really showed that he was too old. I thought the Miraculous would help. Like, once he transformed, the Miraculous would help him with the fighting thing. So Master Fu gives her the bracelet and says, do you have someone in mind? And then it clicks in me. Oh, that's what they were building up to. That's why Nino's getting so much screen time. That's why he's getting so much character development. Duh, how did I not see that? So Marinette goes back as Ladybug. Nino gets sent flying, and she comes to him and she says, here's the miraculous of the turtle. Yeah. The miraculous of the turtle. It grants you the power of protection. And I'm still mad I don't know what Hawkmoth's power is. I really want to say manipulation. But she said it grants you the power of protection. He puts it on with his other bracelets. I'm like, oh, how did I not see that? He's got a bunch of those band things. I thought the turtle quality was going to go to Sabrina because Sabrina is a support character. And protection, when I think of that, I think of somebody who supports. Maybe there's a healing miraculous, and maybe Sabrina will get that. But he puts it on, and he says shell on. And yeah, that fits with the theme of body part come out. But he used the word... did he say shell out or shell? I think he said shell out. Yeah, he said shell out. It fits the theme of the body part come out, but Cat Noir already has claws out. So, it's two similar things. I wanted them to be different. I wanted them to be different. Okay. But, also people told me that what Chloe said with her miraculous was actually Buzz-On, which is actually an amazing battle cry. Buzz-On is much better than Bug-On. So anyway, Nino has a transformation, and so far, Nino has the best transformation. Nino freaking transforms and he breaks down on his back and a shield pops up. He has a shield that is perfect. That is so perfect. And here's the thing. He's a freaking turtle, right? And he's always saying, dude, how is that not a callback to the Ninja Turtles? How is that not a callback to the Ninja Turtles? It fits him so perfectly. The outfit looks great. He's got a hood on. It looks fantastic. I'm not going to lie. I love Nino as this turtle superhero. So he goes and he helps Ladybug fight Anansi. And they're fighting her, but they're not really winning. So Ladybug does the Lucky Charm, and she figures it gives her boxing gloves. And she challenges Anansi to a boxing match, and Anansi is a boxer. Hawkmoth tells her not to do it, but she's overconfident because she is a boxer. But Ladybug is a superhero like Spider-Man that can't be hit. Like, it's very hard to hit Ladybug. It's supposed to be hard to hit Cat Noir too, but for some reason he gets hit a lot. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Oh, I do know why. But anyway. So they get in the match, and what Ladybug does is she tricks Anansi into destroying the thing they're on. It's a famous landmark, but I can't remember what it's called. And she told Nino, I don't remember what his name is. I can't believe this. For once, I can remember the character's name, but not their superpowered name. I can't remember his superhero name. I'm very sad about that. But she tells him to be ready to protect them. And Nino gets, Anansi destroys the structure, which falls on her. And it falls on everybody else too, but Nino does his special power, which is Shelter. I freaking love it! Shelter! Oh my goodness, that works so well. He holds his shield up and a giant, massive force field encompasses them. The pun works so well with the power. Like, Nino right now, I don't even like Nino that much, but his superhero everything just works so well. So he protects them all from the crumbling building, and he calls. There's this thing throughout the episode where he's accidentally calling everybody dude, or specifically he calls Ladybug dude, even though he's trying to be respectful and call her Ladybug. He goes up to Alia and calls her dude, and then quickly corrects himself, and she instantly figures out who he is. So, and it makes sense because Alia is also secretly Rena Rouge, so she could figure that out easily. But yeah, so that ends the thing. Ladybug captures the Miraculous. Cat Noir does. I think he does his Cataclysm on Anansi's helmet. Yeah, he does his Cataclysm on Anansi's helmet, which was where the Akuma was. They rescue Anansi, and then at the end, everybody's like patting Nino on the back for the fight he put up when he was Nino, not when he was his superhero form. Gotta give props to Nino. He's the first one to willingly, instantly give his Miraculous back to Ladybug. He's the first one. Alia hesitated, and Chloe flat out didn't want to do it. Nino, with ease, took it off and gave it to her. So props to him for that. I wouldn't. If I got one of them Miraculous, I wouldn't want to give them back. Yeah, so they congratulate him. They're like, yeah, you're pretty awesome at protecting. And Nino admits that, or Marinette admits that that she cheated to help Nino win the competition. And Anansi says, well, Nino proved that he doesn't need strength to protect the people who, okay, so I'm going to say this. Before I was saying, oh yeah, you do kind of need strength. What you need is strength in different areas. You don't necessarily need physical strength necessarily. Depends on the situation. If you have the smarts to get someone out of a situation, yeah, that's true. That'll also help you. I just didn't like that Marinette was just flat out. It felt to me like Marinette was saying all you need is determination to protect those. No, you do need strengths. It's just you need to analyze the situation and figure out what kind of strength you need in that situation. But Alia whispers into Nino's ear, I know exactly what you're capable of, hinting that she figured out that he was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. And the episode ends there. So, I mean, I can't... It's difficult for me to not like an episode where a new Miraculous hero is revealed. Well, I shouldn't say that, because I did not like the episode where Rena Rouge appeared in. That episode actually really ticked me off now that I think about it. Okay, that was a complete lie. So just ignore that statement. But I really like this episode. I mean, it has its problems. Anansi's character design is just whoo. And I feel like the character development on Nino was pretty rushed. But I still think it was done pretty well for being rushed. And I don't like that she keeps going to Master Fu, but it does mean we get new superheroes, and I want to see these new superheroes. So, just waiting for, Chloe to get her Miraculous back, and I need them to keep these Miraculouses, because I want to see these heroes. But, yeah. Oh, also there's this weird moment where, because Cat Noir jokingly says, oh, you're replacing me, and then as he leaves, Ladybug's like, Cat Noir, you're irreplaceable, right? I was like, that was weird. He didn't actually think you were replacing him. They tried to give them a special moment. That moment felt forced. But anyway, overall, I did really like this episode. I might even say love this episode. I absolutely love Nino's turtle thing. His whole turtle superhero. It works so well. And Nino was actually, when I look at Nino, I'm like, oh, he's kind of the character that stands out the least, because him saying dude all the time feels cliche teenagery. It really does. But when you put that personality to a superhero, especially a turtle, because it's like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it actually works. I mean, even without the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff, that personality works on a superhero like that. That's why Beast Boy is such a likable character. The dude bro. Who's always chill about the situation. I love his powers. I love his costume. I absolutely love his transformation. Everything about that turtle superhero, they did right. And they chose the right character for. I'm really happy with the choice on this one. So, that's Anansi. Really like that episode. And I'm just smiling so much thinking about him. But I will see you guys next time for the next episode. This has been Shady Doorags. So long. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.